Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Today we have Drumline. This is a 20th Century Fox film that, of course, was acquired by Disney, and it is from 2002. It's an hour and 59 minutes, just short of 2 hours, and it stars Nick Cannon and Zoe Saldana, the future Gamora, and what's her name in Avatar, where she's green and she's blue. Here, she is herself, and I swear she hasn't aged. She plays a college student. This movie's 20 years old. It's more than 20 years old. And she has not aged, at least in my eyes, between 2002 and 2023. It's amazing. So, yeah, she plays a dancer on the field during halftime, kind of, the girls' dance group kind of thing. I don't know what they call that. This is about Drumline, so you kind of figure that Nick Cannon is the headstrong, cocky kid from Brooklyn who's gotten a scholarship to head all the way down to Atlanta to be part of the Drumline, and he thinks he knows better than everybody else, and he's about to be put in his place. Or maybe he's about to put everybody else in their place. Of course, this is one of those kind of college sport competition dramas with a little bit of comedy here and there, of course, but there's always, teachers or coaches trying to bust your butt and just really just work you hard and just, holding out batons in the or sticks in the pouring rain. It's on the level of hazing. It's that intense is how people are treated when they're in training. His coach is played by Orlando Jones. His direct lead is Leonard Roberts. You might recognize him as DL from Heroes. I was like, through the whole thing, I'm just like, where do I know him from? And I had to look it up, and I'm like, Heroes. Yeah, he was in Heroes. But Orlando Jones is sort of like the lead coach. He's in charge of the Drumline thing. He's lead dog in for that school. And little side note, Orlando Jones married some friends of mine. Like, he conducted their ceremony, their wedding ceremony at Comic-Con. So that's kind of neat. He did a bunch in a day. So but it was all part of a Sci-Fi Channel promotion or whatever. But he actually performed a ceremony for my two friends to get married. It was kind of cool. I have a lot of footage of him doing the ceremony. It's kind of neat. Anyway, Orlando Jones plays you usually see him in a much more funny, much more outgoing, outlandish. Here he's really buttoned down. He's sort of a traditionalist when it comes to how a drumline should be run, the type of music they play. And of course, he's butting heads with a rival school from I'm not sure where, but they are very talented. And they are certainly, their leader is just the opposite of him. And they're using all sorts of hip-hop music and all sorts of modern music that everybody loves. And they're pretty much in your face, and everybody is, threatened by them to a certain degree. But can Nick Cannon, who plays Devin Miles, can Devin come in and rock up this boat and shake things up? And is he gonna butt heads with everybody? Is he gonna put his own career, his own schooling, his own place on the team in jeopardy? Of course he is. This is, again, like I said, structured like every other college sports movie where everything is set against the hero, whether he deserves it or not. In this case, he is kind of a jerk to a lot of people, and he thinks he knows better, and there's a certain reason why he's kind of compensating. I'm not going to tell you what, but you might figure that out fairly early on. But it reveals itself in time, and it's the kind of thing that makes people question, certainly not his talent, but his dedication to being as part of a team and a leader as compared to, just his own thing, doing things his own way. It's, and will he come together with the team in the end? Even if what if he's taken off the team and he can't even compete? Will he contribute in some way? And when there's a big finale battle, Will he somehow find a way to participate directly anyway, and drop that drumstick in their faces? Yeah, that's going to happen. I'm not spoiling anything. You could have literally turned this on and watched 1 second of this film, and that's going to happen. There's been memes and jokes, and I don't know what it was. I think Robot Chicken did a pretty good recurring bit on that way back. But yeah, it was fantastic. So yeah, there's a bunch of little B stories, and of course there's a romance between the headstrong Devin and Zoe Saldana, who plays Layla. Layla is her name. So Layla, she is smart. She knows who she is, and she's not taken in by his, sass. I don't know, what do you call it? Whatever attitude he has, whatever charm. He's a lot of charm. By the way, at the end of this film, everybody was pregnant, even the guys. Orlando Jones had twins. I'm kidding. Nobody. There's still a really good chance that everybody got pregnant. That a lot of people got pregnant. I have no idea. That's completely just a thing I made up just now. An attempt to be funny. Will you be the judge? So, I'm laughing. Anyway, it's fairly predictable in its structure and its resolution, but what is the real star is the showmanship of the very real Drumline groups that take part in these performances that take place throughout the film. And yeah, Nick did a lot of his own drumming, from what I understand, and it's just this level, this kind of shot, but all the close-up, really fast-paced stuff. Of course, there was a double who is probably 1,000 times more talented than anybody in that cast, or anybody watching this. I don't know, unless you're a really good drumline person. I don't know. You could be awesome, and congrats, because yeah, it's a talent that not a whole lot of people can really grasp. I'm mesmerized by this stuff. It sounds, not just the sound of it, but just the synchronicity of the moving bodies and the rapid fire beats. It's pretty dang impressive to watch. And of course, it's pretty great when you got literally groups of drumline teams going literally face to face, like up against each other, inches away from each other, and it makes it all the more dramatic. I don't even know if they do that kind of thing in real life. I know I've seen it on the field, and you've seen during college, halftime or whatever, you've seen those competitions. Sometimes people aren't even there for the football game. Maybe the football team sucks. If you still come in, they have a great drum line, dang, you're in for a show. So I say, yeah, if you're into this kind of thing, or you grew up with this kind of thing, or hey, this is a 21-year-old film, you might have been a part of the whole thing where you're just like, oh my god, I love Nick Cannon, and Zoe, I love Zoe, and you love Drumline. Maybe that's a thing that you might want to revisit now, 21 years later, which is just crazy. And he's got at least enough kids for a Drumline at this point, right? I'm thinking of Nick Cannon is the one, right? I really hope I'm getting that right. I'm just making a joke, so no insults, no judgments. Let's pick tomorrow's episode.
310.
Still in the 300s, man. We're gonna wipe clean that whole 300 area. Keep bouncing back to that 310. Come on. Don't know what this is. But we're back to documentary territory. It feels like it's something planetary. Feels something spacey. I'm not sure. But I could be completely wrong. We'll find out tomorrow when we watch Retrograde. Retrograde. Maybe it's spaceships. It is 310, yeah. Yes, 310. Okay, that's all I really got to say about that. Honestly, it's a fun movie. It may not be the greatest movie in the world, but you might get a kick out of it on a rainy afternoon, if they have those anymore. and we're not just burning constantly, at least where I am. Anyway, Retrograde is what we're watching tomorrow on the next Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. I'll see you back here tomorrow.